Okay, so here's a quick video for you guys that have the Beta 75X or the 65X. This is a 3D printed canopy designed by Robert Thompson, and I put this file up on Thingiverse, so I'll put a link in the description if you guys want to check it out. Basically, it's going to be for replacement camera here, so this is not for the stock Z02 camera. This here is a Caddx EOS2, and it's I think some of the EOS1 cameras also have the screw holes on the side of the case, so this canopy will also work for those. But if you have the EOS1 or the EOS2 and you want to replace the camera with this one, this canopy is designed specifically for this setup here. Now obviously this is a standard whoop setup here with these 3 screw holes in the back, so this will fit any whoop style frame of these dimensions. And as long as you have this camera, and of course you could wire in any VTX you want inside there. I happen to be using the VTX that the Beta 75X came with, and one of the nice things about this canopy is that he put this little hole here in the back for the antenna, so it comes out at a nice little angle instead of coming out of the back. But it was also kind of necessary to do that because he needed this extra screw hole in the back here instead of just these 2 on the side. Otherwise the canopy would kind of rock back and forth. With the 3 screw holes back, or the 3 screws back here, it's nice and secure. And this canopy, as I said, is designed for this camera, but it's going to be very good for adjusting your camera angle. So you can actually bring it all the way down to totally flat if you want, and of course then you can see the ducks in view, or you could raise the angle all the way up. I think it'll go all the way up to the very top here. So that's like a maybe 50-degree angle, so if you want to go really fast you can do that. It's very adjustable with the screws on the side. One of the things that was helping him work on is clearing the video transmitter for the Beta 75X, because it is a little bit taller on the pins there, so it is going to kind of, well, on some of the initial designs the camera was a little bit further down and further back, and so this adjustable angle wasn't actually fully functional. So like I think in the initial ones where the camera was a little further back, the back of the camera here was bumping against the video transmitter, and I could not get the camera to go all the way down. But now it's completely clear, and I can bring the camera completely down if I want to, or go totally crazy if I'm flying fast outside. I can bring the camera angle all the way up. Now of course this is a 3D printed part, so you could print this in pretty much whatever you want. I did try this in TPU initially at first, but my 3D printer kind of sucks, so you can see that at the top there there's some holes, and if your printer isn't that great you're going to have some issues. So because I was having some trouble, I decided to print this particular canopy here in PLA, so obviously it's going to be more brittle, better chance of it breaking in a hard crash. But I think PETG would be a good filament. I think Robert suggested that, but I don't have that filament. Obviously, pretty much anything will work. You'll have to adjust the settings for your printer. Those of you guys that do a lot of printing off of Thingiverse, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about, so this is not going to be rocket science to you guys, but just letting you know that I did try this in a PLA and a TPU, and this TPU, or the PLA, does seem to be working better for me, at least on the printer that I have. Now Robert does have another mount designed for the standard canopy, so if you happen to have the regular canopy this came with, this polycarbonate, I think this is vacuum form molded. I think that it's I guess it's a mount specifically for the EOS 1 and 2 with the screw holes on the side, and it mounts to the frame on the inside here, and then you would just put this canopy over the top of it. And I think I saw a video from Nick where he actually carved out a larger opening in here so you could adjust the camera angle, because obviously with a standard opening you can't do that. So yeah, I actually never printed that mount out because I actually was more interested in this canopy versus trying to modify the existing canopy. But yeah, he does have that part, and he's also going to be making another canopy mount here of this style. Replacement canopy for the Z02 camera, the original camera that the Beta 75X and 65X came with. So that's not out yet, but I hear he's currently working on that. But if you go to the Thingiverse link in the description to this canopy, you'll see the designer. I think his name is Thump 2010, I believe. If you go to that, then you'll see his other designs, and you can check out some other mods that people are using for their brushless or tiny whoops. In any event, if you do happen to download the file and use it and like it, I highly encourage you to send Robert a small tip. I believe there's a function on there. You can just click the tip button and then select the amount, and you can just send him a little bit of money via PayPal. It does take quite a bit of work to get these kind of things functional. He actually doesn't even have one of these 75Xs, and so he was sending me, I think this is the 15th iteration of this file. So we were going back and forth, and we wanted to make sure that the camera could clear the video transmitter, and obviously each time we had to move the camera forward a little bit and up a little bit. So it took a little while. I think we probably spent about a little over a week getting this finally ready, but I think it's pretty good right now. So if you do like the Canopy and use it, I do encourage you to send him a little bit of money so we can encourage these designers to keep putting out these kind of designs, because I know that doing these 3D designs are not that easy. I've actually been trying to learn how to use some of the software, and I can tell you right now it's pretty difficult and pretty time consuming to do this kind of stuff. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.